In the past 24 hours, 220,000 traders were liquidated. 635 million was wiped from the market. I hope you guys were not part of this liquidation. And in this video, we're going to take a look at what the trading plan is so that we can find the next best trading opportunity and we can avoid becoming a liquidation statistic. Let me just open up Forex Factory and take a look at what the news is for this week. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we have a full week of news. This is the start of December, guys. So a new week, new month, final month of the year, which is also usually quite a volatile year because most people take their money out, their closing accounts, they're spending for the holidays. So a lot of liquidity is taken out from the market, right? And we can see that proof today because there was a very, very big move from Bitcoin, right? A 5% move in a couple of hours. But the amount liquidated was only 600 million. Usually when we see such a big move like this, it's usually closer to a billion, but now we're like halfway there. So the market has not fully recovered yet. We've had a lot of liquidations recently, stacking up one after the other, and people haven't had the chance to actually put their money back into the market. Or maybe people don't want to put their money back into the market yet, because again, we're at the end of the year and people want to take money out to spend. So you can tell that the market is quite weak right now, right? Liquidity is quite low. Levels aren't holding very well. Things just dump like this out of nowhere. So let's look at the liquidation heat map. You can see we wiped everything out here. We do have a little cluster down here at about 85k. We have almost 200 million sitting here. Zooming out to the 1 month, let's take a look at what liquidity we have that has been built up over the month. So everything is to the upside. Everything is to the upside. We have a little bit down here, all the way down to about 84. But I'll say the biggest cluster is all the way up here at 111, 391 million. Let's zoom out to 3 months. Let's see what we got on the 3-month time frame. Again, nothing much, right? We've just been dumping. So we've been wiping out liquidity to the downside. And basically what we've talked about in the previous videos is that we're seeing the RSI has been oversold until the daily. So once RSI is oversold until the daily, that's when you see the trend start to become really strong. From 4 hours, the trend starts to become strong, right? That we see the RSI got oversold here on the 4 hours, right? We were not able to recover, yeah, and we just continued lower and lower and lower until the RSI on the daily is oversold, and finally we may be going into a weekly oversold RSI, which has not happened since June 2022. So we've not had a weekly oversold RSI since June 2022, which is a long time ago, more than 3 years ago, right? So this may be the time that the weekly RSI is going to reset on the weekly time frame, right? We've been overbought for a very long time. This may be time that we enter the oversold region, and that would mean that sadly this may be the end of the current uptrend we have right now temporarily, right? You can see once we bottom out, we enter oversold on the RSI, that's kind of when we start to bottom out and move sideways. Yeah, we create some divergences here, and you can tell once we have divergences on the weekly, that's when the trend starts to reverse, right? So that's what I'm looking out for now. My bias right now is still would be a majority to short. We have been holding a short in the Kyzen Global private group since last week, November 27. We've been holding shorts. Yeah, we've been holding shorts since last week. Okay. If you guys have not joined, again, the link is below. You guys can join the free public channel for now, right? While I work on opening up the private channel. You guys can join the public channel for now. It's good enough. I share all my trade ideas here. You can see 71% of people that join the public channel have made a profit. 71%. So make sure you guys check it out. It's completely free. I share my Bitcoin trade ideas here, and I've prepared a starter pack for you guys so you guys can actually learn to start trading, right, with proper risk management. Now let's get into the charts. Okay, we have a few new opens here. We have our weekly, monthly, and daily open at about 90k, right? This may be looking at this right now and how we just violently dumped. This may be the formation of a drop base and a continuation of a drop, just based on what I see right now. For now, the downtrend is pretty strong. Let me just get rid of these levels. We are quite far. I've not opened the charts up yet, so what you're seeing right now is fresh. I'm seeing it too. Let's look at weekly. We still have this weekly level down here. We have the previous month low at about 80k. We have previous week low at 85k. So just a few levels to keep an eye on. Let's go down to the daily. Right, you can see we have this downward trend is still very strong. The first supply zone we hit on the daily, we reject immediately. All right, the first supply zone we reject immediately. We don't even wick past it and attempt to get above. Yeah, we wick and zoop, we dump. So the downtrend is still very, very strong. Right, and if I were to look for longs right now, I would need they would either be scalps or tight intraday trades that I can monitor, or they would need to be very, very strong from strong levels. For example, if we sweep this previous week low or this previous month low, then I may start to look for long trades. But for now, my bias would be to short. Right, so from daily, let's go down to 4 hours. Let's take a look at what we have. We were consolidating up here for a while, and boom, as the market opened, we dumped immediately. So we did not leave any CME gaps here, right? I'm moving to the CME gap, CME chart right now. You can see when the market opened, we dumped. So there's no gaps. If we left the gap, then that would give us, that would tell us that we may be coming up to fill it, right? To fill the gap, but there's no gaps left. There's no gaps. So what happened was a complete BART pattern. Boom, we dumped. And you can see usually after a dump, we have a slow grind up to test the first supply zone. See if we can actually claim it. In this case, we dumped. So we could see the same thing happen here. A slow grind up, test the first resistance or the first supply zone, which is the weekly open plus this level right here. Let's see if we can claim above it, or if we actually dump down and go lower. Right, so for now, let's keep the plan. Let's take a look at what the trading plan is. Yeah, I'm still on the 4-hour chart. Right now, it looks like on a higher time frame, 4-hour time frame, we are in this range for now. Yeah, we are in this range for now. So on a higher time frame, if I were to take a long, it would be if we sweep this previous month low. I wouldn't mind looking for a long from here, right, to trade this bigger range. A short would be from this level right here, previous week high. If we sweep this level, I wouldn't mind taking a short from here. Right, again, this is to trade the bigger range. Right, so these are the higher time frame trades that I'm possibly looking at, right, on the 4-hour. Zooming in a little bit, let's go to the 1-hour. Right, let's go to the 1-hour. So on the 1-hour, there's a few key levels. We have this previous week low right here. So after this dump, Monday will start to range. In a few hours, we're going to have a New York open. Let's see what New York does. If we sweep here, this previous week low, and we form some divergences on the 1-hour, this could give us an opportunity to find a long and trade it back up, at least to this resistance level plus the weekly open, and then we can see from there, are we able to actually reclaim the weekly open and move up higher, right? So this level, this weekly open is very, very important. We had a big dump down. What if we get a reversal up? Is price able to reclaim, or are we just going to reject and continue lower? Okay, so on the lower time frame, 1 hour, two possible trade ideas. I think we're going to range for a little while, right? Pair that with the news that's coming out this whole week. We have news coming out, so it might be quite volatile. So I wouldn't mind taking a long from here if we sweep this previous week low, but I would keep it tight, right? If we form a range like this, boom, my first TP would be at the range high, right? At this range high. Yeah, and then if we break out of there, let's see if we can take it all the way up to the weekly open. So this would be my first possible long trade idea, but I do want to see some type of confirmation, some divergences on the RSI, on the 1 hour or on the 15 minutes. Yeah, 1 hour would be better, right? 1 hour would be better. 4 hours, even 4 hours is entering oversold, so that could mean that we have a continuation lower in the 4 hours. So I want at least a divergence on the 1 hour RSI before I take a potential long trade here, right? On the other hand, short trades, once this range starts to form and we have a clearer range here, I won't mind taking shorts from the top of this range, right? From the top of this range, or from here, from this weekly open, right? Because this looks like it lines up with the golden pocket. Not really perfectly. What if we pull it from this high? If we pull it from this high, the previous week high, then the weekly open lines up very, very nicely with this golden pocket. So that could be quite a nice short trade idea, right? We have the weekly open, we have the golden pocket, we have this resistance level, right? So this could be a very nice possible short trade. But again, I want to see some confirmations, at least on the 15 minutes. Let's see if we push up on 15 minutes, create some divergences here, some sort of reversal pattern here, then we can confidently take a short trade from here. Stop loss maybe above previous week high and trade it down, right? So few possible trades that I see here, right? Two on the lower time frame, 1 hour, and two more on the 4 hour time frame. These are much bigger trades, right? So this is the current plan I have lined up going into this week. If you guys want to see exactly when I execute my trades, how I manage my trades, when I set stop loss, break even and everything, make sure you guys join the free Telegram channel, right? I post all my Bitcoin trade ideas in the free channel. So if you guys want to learn and see how I actually manage my trades, you guys can click below and join the free Telegram channel. That's all for this video. See you guys in the next one.